So, Abby, what's going on with Kendall and all that music?
I don't know. It's my attorney. He's got to figure out what we're doing.
You're still taking a whole album and not letting a kid that did have a #1 song release them.
Nope. They don't want to work with me.
You've held her up for 2 years. She's had a whole album you've been sitting on.
You're trying to open up a can of worms
I am not,
that
Abby.
you really don't
I
have
said
the
it-
educational background to even comment on.
I have twice the educational background you have.
You don't have a law degree.
No, I do not, and neither do you.
No, I
And
don't.
that's why my attorney contacted your attorney to get it taken care of.
You're nobody, and you're nothing.
She's not nobody. She has.
Yeah, she isn't.
No, she's
4
not.
years
She
ago,
never
before
was.
I put your ass in a chair,
And so were
were.
you, Abby. You were nobody too. You used these kids to put you where you are now.
I was driving a Hummer. I had a great business. I made a lot of money. I flew all over the world.
When I met you, your car was impounded.
My dad died, and he did my billing, Jill.
It's irrelevant, that is, with Kendall and her music.
That's not irrelevant into slamming my character and saying I was nothing and I was nobody.
You said it to my
No,
child first. It to my face. And you did for me, Abby.
So that's fine.
You know, I was under her spell with Kendall's choreography. But now she showed her true colors. And you know what? Enough is enough. I'm over it. But I hope Abby has enough sense to keep the music separate from the dance. Shall we do our no mini dance?
It's a great week for the minis just to take a week off, leave us alone, let us do our thing. We finally have Abby focused on the girls, the team, new dance moves, which is great. But unfortunately, that means there's a lot of pressure on our girls and we need a win.
I'm sure she's mad at me for that blow up yesterday, but whatever. Kendall, I love your solo.
This is our first solo since Maddie's left. But I think the question is, are these solos new and different for each of you? Or is it something you can all say, I've done this before?
I mean, this week I have like an open musical theater type solo with a chair. And I danced with a chair when I was 8. I've never danced with a chair when I was 15.
Is it gonna stretch you to get you to that next level? Probably not.
Oh, I actually disagree with that in a huge way.
But if we're all only getting one solo this season, is that the solo that you would want? Like,
Actually, it is. It is.
Okay, good.
It is.
Kalani, is that the solo you would want?
Other than that,
See,
you did. Well,
but listen to your child.
But she doesn't want to do contemporary dancing all her life.
I would love to. I think you guys have some communication gaps. I don't know why we're fighting for Kalani when Kalani's mom doesn't fight for Kalani. Kira wasn't here much last season, and even when she did show up, she still wasn't committed. Musical theater is a tough category when you're in the teens. If Kalani were 8, it'd be amazing, but she's not. And the fact that this dance with the chair is so gimmicky won't help Kalani win at all.
I'm sick of seeing her dance contemporary, so I'm fine with it.
Doesn't sound like you and Kalani are on the same page as to what Kalani wants.
going to the competition Saturday, do you think that is the best solo that Kalani could bring?
I would never take any solos she's done here.
Right. Abby should take the oldest girls that are the strongest competitors, give them the best dances and the most time. And of all people, Kira should be the most mad. And she's like, I don't care. I can't help but wonder what would become of Kalani if Kira cared.
5, 6, 7, 8. And a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and a 6, and a 7, and an 8. Susu. Fifth arms, fifth arms, fifth arms. Right on the susu.
I like this. I love that she's working with them.
I'm assuming that she's just doing some stuff to see what they can do well together, like she said.
Well, the juniors are in ballet now. That's why she scheduled this.
Hurry. Ready? Again. Square off.
I am so confused right now. Why is Abby spending time with a mini team when they're not even competing tomorrow?
And 1, 2, 3. Both arms. Both arms should be there. No plie.
Are they competing this combo this week?
Wow, that is so rude.
No.
Are they?
No, we're just.
Can you back up a little bit so I can see my kid in class?
Your kids aren't competing this weekend. Ours are. How many classes did you guys have today already?
And yours are in a very
Oh, we know that.
good
We know
ballet
that.
class.
We like that. Yeah.
But tomorrow at 9 a.m., our kids are competing and they haven't run their group dance at all today. So we're gonna find someone else to run the number because you don't want to.
If you interrupt that ballet class,
And
your
that's
kid
your-
will not dance, Jill.
That is your, okay, well, they're
If you,
all
if you
gonna
interrupt
find
that
someone.
ballet class,
Okay,
and
Abby,
that
nice
teacher,
threats.
because you're a stupid no, you do not interrupt that ballet class. Do not interrupt.
We're not. Let's do what we're saying. If you don't run the number, we'll find somebody else that will.
That's right.
Why do they have to call the shot? I don't get that.
Why do they think that they know anything? They have nobody working professionally. No one. What is wrong with Jess and Jill? The two of them have lost their minds. I am not taking any more crap from Jill. After her little performance yesterday, I don't even want to look at her. And Jess, after she begged for that ballet class,
We do hip hop, we do musical theater, we do tumbling. Maybe we need to not do like so many frivolous classes and do more of what we need.
Technique.
Yes.
this is how they show their gratitude? How about, thank you, Miss Abby. I'm gonna run the number for the elites. Not because it's what their mothers want, but because I don't want them to have any excuse for not winning first place. You're gonna go out the door. You're welcome. Thank you, you're dismissed. Come on, girls. Everybody take a sword. Let's go, go, get it and get back. They're doing Minecraft, inspired by the game Minecraft. I was with my cart going through the store, and up on a shelf, I saw the sword. And I thought, oh my God, this is great. That was my inspiration piece. You know when you decorate a room and you find this great pillow or a vase that's the perfect color and you love it, and then you get the wallpaper and the carpeting and the paint and everything to match this one pillow or this vase until somebody breaks the vase and throws up on the pillow. But anyway, the sword was my inspiration piece. Stretch your foot though, Kendall. You can't pull your head and your chin down to it. Let the leg come to you.
7, 8, 1, 2. Here, right? Yeah. Here.
Yeah, I'm not loving the swords, girls.
We don't need gimmicks, guys.
I liked it when it was abstract. That made it contemporary and edgy. This makes it juvenile.
I think that it's more of a distraction from their technique.
It's too bad, because this is a really good number.
We've one day left until the competition. Every time you have a prop, there's room for error. It makes it harder to be uniform when everybody is holding a sword. You have to hold it at the exact same position, exact same time. It's either going to be amazing or horrible. There's no in between here.
Okay, Kalani, you ready? As you plie, can you grab a hold of the back of it? As you plie, no, yes, boom. And then take your foot off of it. Badam, soutenu back here, and there you go. But look up front, look at the audience. Center judge, center judge. Kalani is stunning on stage, but I want more. I want her to look in the judge's eyes, to capture them, to say, you know what? You're gonna write 100 down on your score sheet because you are watching my every move. Will Kalani beat JoJo and Kendall? I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to find out.
Kira, like that conversation that Jill opened with Abby is kind of like the same conversation that we were implying. I mean, you've been here, what, 3 years? And you just said that you have never done a solo that Kalani would take to a competition. And you've never opened that can of worms with Abby over
I don't need to,
Kalani's
because
dance.
I know.
And this is her dance teacher.
I don't need to.
Kalani is on the verge of her professional career. And things that Kalani is doing on stage is gonna affect her future in a big way. I fight for Bryn to have good dances and to get her where she needs to be. And I don't understand why Kira refuses to do the same for Kalani.
So, Kira,
Yes.
do you have a flat screen TV I could buy from you?
I don't.
What was that article about?
I have no idea.
You didn't see it?
No.
I'll send it to you.
I think based on what this article is trying to do is trying to connect the people on this competition team with links of troubled path because of Abby's history. So that just means anyone's fair game. If you've done something, they're digging in your closet because it gets good fodder for sensational tabloid. And that is sensational.
That's bad. Exclusive. Dance Mom star Kira Gerard arrested for theft and fraud. That's bad news right there.
So what happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
Was it true?
It was like in 2003,
Quoted in here, Kira.
so I can't I couldn't say that I really remember exactly what went on because it was literally like 10 years ago.
And you admitted to creating the tracking numbers for the merchandise, but didn't ship the products?
I'm not to talk about it. Not unless you guys want to get sued.
You pleaded guilty.
It was a guilt by association type of deal. I got completely out of all of it.
If that is true, you would have a case against these people because they're saying that you have felonies.
Kira, you gotta like
But it doesn't
care
matter.
about stuff. Like you don't call Abby out for stuff. This stuff gets printed. Like somehow you have to like take accountability for stuff. This is taking you down. This is terrible.
This is terrible. Taking you down.
Kira. Terrible.
Let's just add this to the many things that Kira doesn't care about. However, the fact is, the only reason the article was written is that because of Abby's financial troubles and things going on, now they're digging deep into everybody associated with Abby. This just proves that I was right to sever her ties with Kendall's music career. Abby has drawn so much negative attention to our kids over the last year, and it's only gonna get worse.